Well, as a nation, we continue to keep our eyes on the economy, the markets, our retirement, unemployment. This morning, we are joined once again by Garrison III from Preservation Financial Group to give us his insight into our financial picture. Good morning, Davis.
Good morning, Amy. How are you?
I'm good. I think like everybody else, we're sort of waiting and watching the markets, but also watching those unemployment numbers and how that sort of fits into the overall puzzle.
Exactly. And I was just reading just moments ago a story that's out and in regards to renewables and basically talking about energy and energy usage is down right now by 6%, which that doesn't sound that much, but that is the equivalent of taking India, the whole country of India, off the grid for energy consumption.
Well, and I think that's one thing, Davis, that we're already seeing the result of when it comes to our energy bills sort of coming in, power bills, things like that, cost of gas, everything right now in that respect is giving us a bit of a break.
It is. It truly is. And a lot of positives to talk about, some negatives, but I wanted to lead your viewers in kind of a walk down memory lane, for lack of a better term. But in 1999, if your viewers remember, the dot-com bubble burst. Mm-hmm. And the broad market suffered a 47% loss between 1999 and 2001. And then the next time that we got kicked was in 2007, 2008, and 2009, when the broad market lost 57%. Now these issues are very important to us right now because we do not know what type of recovery we're going to have from this recession, and we are definitely in a recession.
When you look at those two and you sort of put this one up next to them, how does this one compare to what we saw in those previous years?
I've got a very dynamic piece of artwork for you, and what I wanted to ask the viewers for their consideration is a lot of economists are saying that we may have a V-shaped recovery from this recession, similar to 2007, 8, and 9, and also 1999, 2000, 2001. Several of the economists that I follow are talking about a U-shaped recovery, one that does not have the resiliency of the economy. And the economists that I listen to that are really talking bad about the economy is the potential for an L-shaped recovery. We do not want to have to suffer through a U-shaped or an L-shaped, but there is definitely that potential from the people that I follow.
Yeah, definitely don't want to see an L shape for sure. What advice do you have? How can we help to make sure that we don't have that L? What are things consumers can do to help the economy?
We employ several strategies that basically, regardless what the market does, you do not take part in the negative movement of the market. And, you know, everybody has an opinion. If you don't believe it, just ask them. But the consensus of opinions that I have gathered recently point to the potential of more than less, point to the potential of a U-shaped recovery. which is not a good thing. But we do have strategies that you can utilize to not participate in the bad times in the market.
All right. Well, it sounds like one thing is for sure. Everybody is talking about it. Everybody is watching to see what the experts are saying. And Davis, we certainly appreciate your weekly insight into what is happening with the economy.
Thanks, Amy. I really appreciate it.
All right. If you have further questions, you can always find Davis Garrison III at Preservation Financial Group. They're located in Johnson City. Here is that address and website for more information.